This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cerisia.
And I'm your host who's still wondering what Loki's true motivations are, Dave Spates.
This episode is our weekly manga review. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, David.
Yo!
New weekly episode.
Yes.
Content.
Give it a go because we were tired of sitting in the same room for over an hour.
Yeah, that was, we did a couple weeks ago. Not a couple weeks ago. Last week. Weekly anime / manga review got too long. So we're like, all right, well, it's time we, separate the two. And now we got a manga review. And we got 3 mangas.
Yeah, we do.
Maybe more. We'll see how it goes. Because mangas are pretty easy to...
They're pretty easy to crush through, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, once you catch up, you're like... I mean, you only have to read.
Yeah.
Reading, you could read, probably 5 manga chapters in one episode of an anime.
Yeah, roughly, I imagine.
Yeah.
20, 30 minutes, yeah. That's when I crushed... Yeah. I think I crushed 10 an hour, so that would make sense, I think. Mm-hmm. If I'm really reading fast. Yeah, it makes sense.
But, so let's start out with, I think we'll save One Piece for last, as usually as we do.
Let's start with the new stuff.
You want to start with the Marshall King?
Yeah, start with the Marshall King.
Okay, so we picked up the Marshall King. It's only got 5 chapters out right now. We'll talk about all 5, and then obviously next week we'll start hopping on, just talking about the previous week. Mm-hmm. It comes out on Thursdays. This podcast itself will be out on Wednesday. The YouTube video will be out, I don't know when, but...
probably on Thursday.
So technically it would be a chapter behind-ish.
But you're here for our content.
But it's 5 chapters out right now. This manga rocks.
Dude, it's awesome,
yeah,
right?
It's really good.
Set in the U.S. too, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm,
I'm like, yes, and all the all the people that survived look awesome. So all the Americans look awesome. Yeah. Minus the main character who's probably Japanese.
I mean, a lot of characters look Japanese. He looks Japanese. Yeah. Maria Abigail Black is definitely Japanese.
Sure, yeah.
But she's not. She's probably not Japanese because her name's Maria Abigail Black.
True.
Which is a pretty not Japanese name, but she's definitely Japanese.
The little girl, or no, technically old girl,
36-year-old, yeah.
She's definitely...
She's hilarious.
She's great. She is. When they added her, I was like, yes, I always need my comic relief.
I really like how there's color in this. They use the color really well.
Like how it's just special when it comes to the armaments of the king and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Really great twists. I did not expect where this was going to go. Overall setting is set in the, for those of you who are listening and think about picking it up, it's set in the U.S. It's post-apocalyptic, kind of like a Trigun looking sort of area. A lot of
steampunky.
Steampunky is the correct word. Yeah, the cartoonish steampunky. Yeah, everyone's got guns. Everyone's amazing with guns, and it's desperados own the era and all that stuff.
But somehow still in an academy.
Don't know how that works. Yeah, the academy that was run down to begin with. I like how all the buildings are just wasteland shit.
Yeah, it is really funny how the academy works. It's so the one girl, Maria Abigail Black, I think she said she was 24. 29 or something like that.
Yeah, because she enrolled early.
Yeah, she enrolled early.
It was nuts.
Because the one kid was the first bully that showed up was because he's Jim Godspeed there. Mm-hmm. Great name. The main character, he's his dad was M Godspeed, which can't wait to find out what M stands for.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Was the greatest outlaw ever.
Yeah, which is hilarious. Beginning too with sorry to cut you off, but
that was so aggressive. No, I'm finishing my story.
Okay.
I didn't even get to the point I was talking about.
But you started with something good. I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Fine, go ahead, finish things.
But the bully, he's like, I hate you, blah blah blah, and they're like, first year, 48 years old. I was like, what the fuck?
I know. Everyone looks like children.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird how post-apocalyptic stuff just keeps your youth.
Yeah, I wonder how old Jim is. He said it was Maria was around the same age as him.
Okay, so he's probably almost 30-ish area.
Does not look 30.
No, not at all. They're like kids.
I mean, they're
sitting in a high school class.
The one girl's 36.
Yeah, she looks like a child. But the opening is what caught me immediately. Was with the dad. It was literally the line being like, "Oh, I don't get you my son's money because my son's gonna kill me and all this stuff." Yeah. It's that concept. I was like, I did not see that coming, and then I did not see him dying literally in that chapter.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
which was wild.
I love this. Also, the scene where Jim's walking, when you first really see him, he's got the coffin chained to him.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
I carried it around as proof that I killed my dad, and dad just rotting in there with the golden arms.
And then he just used it to beat the shit out of people.
That was good. That was really enjoyable. For a second I was scared he wasn't going to use a gun because he was just swinging the thing around. And I was like, no, he uses guns. We're good.
Yeah,
he's
that
a
would have been
gunslinger.
super lame.
Yeah, I've been like another story where it's like in a world filled with bullets, he uses a sword or an iron plate. Or
he
something.
definitely has a sword though.
Does he? I don't think.
Yeah, because on the cover he has a sword.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I saw a gun. I didn't see the sword at all.
Yeah, it's
Interesting. Maybe he cuts bullets.
That'd be kind of cool.
He's got the skill to do it and the strength, obviously.
Oh wait, is that a sword?
Let me see.
Looks like a longer gun. Yeah, maybe
It's like a
it's just
sniper rifle. That's what I thought it looked like.
like a longer. That looks like a hilt of a sword.
Yeah, but I think that's
But
the big gun. I think that's the big Excalibur gun.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Excalibur. First of all, great name for
Oh
the
my
Grass
god!
Cutter.
When they added in the fact that there's like godly weapons in it
Right,
that can wipe out continents,
Super
I was
magnums.
like, didn't see. That was awesome. Did not see that coming either. I thought it was gonna be a lot more like Trigun, just like everyone's really good and got their really good guns and all that stuff, and like maybe you have some bigger weapons like when they were talking about the magnums originally. I thought it was like, oh okay, so this is a bigger guns that'll pack a punch, yeah. But there's one that wipes out a continent.
Yeah, I
I'm just
know.
like,
Yeah. It's like, all right.
alrighty, and like the marshal that wielded the first time,
The first Marshal King.
first marshal,
The Marshal King.
the marshal, yeah. He was literally so powerful. They locked up his gun and then they scattered his body parts to the four winds.
Yeah, I know.
And that's the story where it all begins. Is that his dad, M. Godspeed, has the marshal's arms, which are badass.
Yeah, I
as
know
shit.
they are badass.
And so that was
golden
that
arms.
was wild. And I like his quest there to become pretty much to gather up the entire Marshal King's body.
Well, and also just
put
get
it on
rid
himself.
of all the desperados.
Desperados, yeah.
It's like the complete opposite of Luffy.
Yeah. Luffy's just like, I want freedom and I want pirates and I
Right.
want everything to be
And
fun.
his
And
is
this guy's
like-
like, I want law and order,
Yeah,
damn it.
I want all of the desert pirates dead.
I know.
I think he killed those guys.
100%. He
Yeah.
killed that lad. He shot that guy through the heart.
Yeah, he definitely
said.
did. And then that girl, she's like, I always repay my debts. I was like,
That was a good
nice.
shit. When that happened, I was like, nah.
I literally was walking back from the gym reading this one part and I audibly laughed out loud. It was when like she's like, I knew it, and he's like, what? He's like, you weren't flustered by a pretty girl, like because she's a pretty girl, and he's like, how do you figure that? She's like, because you're sitting right next to a pretty girl right now who smells really nice and you're not flustered. And he's like, pfft. He's like, you are technically a female, yes.
Yes, that is in fact correct. I'm 34. What?
Yeah.
And then when she went to kiss him, I died laughing.
Oh my god, that was so
I was
funny.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was so funny.
Oh my goodness. But no, it's a great cast of characters. The setting's really cool. That gun's gonna be awesome when he draws it.
That is gonna be really cool.
He's a great character in himself too. Just like he's the OP anime protagonist who will eventually, right now it's the first two chapters, so he's, he can kick around whatever he feels like, but he's not invulnerable. Like he took that bullet to the hand, protecting the one girl, and that did hurt him. Like,
Yes.
he did. He shrugged it all off like it was nothing.
But then
apparently.
he's like, you can't use that hand. It's too painful to shoot with. He's like, not if I shoot before the pain hits. I was like, all right.
Anime logic, everybody.
But it was really cool image that him shooting, like the blood was like spewing out of his hand. It was cool. It was cool.
It was awesome. But yeah.
His whole thing is like following bullets clearly.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
making lines
one
of
after
bullets.
another, yeah.
Because that's like when they had the draw like contest
Mm-hmm.
between him and Maria, and then the girl, she's like, I saw that his bullet followed her bullet, and I was like, I don't know what this means for anything later
At all,
And then lo and behold, that's like his technique to get through like armors, like
Yeah.
shoot all these bullets in the exact same spot, which is like is insanely impossible to do. So
Oh yeah, for sure. He's just, as with most anime protagonists who use a gun, they're just like, these bullets are in essence magical.
well, that's what it's
you're
like. It
shooting
sounds
your
like it's
magic.
not that crazy, but it's like
It's insane. For an anime character, it's not that crazy.
Yeah, for an anime. character.
But for
Oh, trust me, he probably has something else.
I'm sure he's.
I mean, he was like literally dust and bones, and then he just ate food and got.
I mean, Luffy does that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So he might have like regeneration abilities or something.
Oh,
Who knows?
maybe, sure, yeah.
I mean, like this world right now, really honestly, like the characters don't make much sense because they're all over the place. There's like a small girl who's old, and then him, and then that one kid who we haven't really talked to too much yet, who's going to be the biggest dork, who's wearing like a fedora, and like he was like edgy. I'm like, this kid's gonna suck.
he's such an absolute.
He's gonna be like best friends with him, and we're gonna love him, but he's gonna be a total loser.
I think it's characters all over the place because I think that's the author's. It's the same guy who did Dr. Stone when I found out. I think that's his like style. Because think of Dr. Stone, like all the characters all over the place there too.
That's true.
Like there's
That's
so many
true.
unique characters in that show.
That's true.
So I think that's his like style, and also adding in some small blonde girl for some reason.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because
Yeah,
the watermelon girl.
She looks exactly this one, whatever her name is, 34-year-old child.
It's like a Gara or something like that.
It looks like watermelon girl. So I don't know. I'm pumped to see where this goes. I think it's a good pickup so far. Nice. But while I was reading, I'm just like, this is awesome, and I can't wait to see where this goes because it's gonna be so much fun. I think.
Yeah. I was like, we should probably add more than just 2 manga.
Yeah, what's the point? Because that one's gonna be like a 20-minute episode.
Yeah, because manga's so easy to go over.
Yeah, sometimes if depending on what's going on in One Piece, sometimes it's like we get through that in like less than 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So that's. Oh, I should probably do timestamps there.
Not a bad idea.
I don't remember when we started talking
about. Let's say a minute.
Okay, sure. Let's say a minute. All right. But that was Marshall King. The Marshall King. Sorry, Carly. I'm very excited for it. I think it's going to be really, really good going forward.
Oh, yeah.
And then let's move on to Kagurabachi.
Yeah. We're all caught up now.
Yes. There's a lot to talk about, though.
When does this come out?
Sundays. Same day One Piece comes out.
Perfect. Okay, so I am for real. It's caught up then. Good. Excellent.
Yep.
This is still amazing, and it's friggin' 10 out of 10 pickup for sure.
However, the last chapter, I was like, oh, way to make me sad.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, that was a rough chapter.
Yeah, Iori, or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, Iori. Yeah.
Iori.
Semus. I think it's.
We're gonna do so much better with the Marshall Gang.
Yeah, that was gonna be a lot easier to do.
It's all English, mainly English names.
Mr. Semu there.
Yeah.
Traitor.
Dude, that sucks.
That threw me off. I was not expecting it. I was not expecting that at all.
His reasoning is so dumb. Except I need to know what happened. Yes. Also, I am. First of all, this manga rocks.
Yeah.
But when they're like, an island appeared out of nowhere with all these things, and then the people of the island who looked like freaking.
You called that with you said it was aliens like a while ago.
Did I say aliens?
It was you said it wasn't humans a while ago.
Yeah,
when I was like, and you were like, it was good call. You're correct.
And the only reason I thought that was because they never said it. You were right. They never said it. But like the one panel where it showed the war, it looks so ridiculous.
True. Yeah.
It looks like so out of this world. But whatever those things are. Anyways, I do want to know what they did wrong.
Mm-hmm.
What they like, because he's like our sins. If they find out about it, like it will destroy the entire image we've ever had. I was like,
something's going to fall the city soon. So my 2 theories are either they only like temporarily pushed off the island, or
that's definitely it,
or there's something to do with Shunichi, the bad sword with clearly the bad wielder who's all sealed up. Because the final panel in the last chapter showed like his ability going off all over the city.
That's true.
Unless that's like a cut to the past, but
that might be the thing.
And maybe
he killed a ton of people.
Maybe, but no. There's something. The guy said there's something bad is going to happen to the city soon, and it has to do with this secret. And I'm wondering if it has to do with everyone's so scared of this one sword. And even his dad, and I'm wondering if do
you remember when it went off during the auction and it was just like killed like all the people, and like at the time you're just like,
yeah,
you're like, screw those guys.
Yeah, it was bad and horrific, but like all the swords can kind of do that. Like all the swords can commit mass killing.
Well, I mean, problem. if he just like could have the ability to like make the entire like he could like not as bad obviously as what Sukuna did, but like if he like had those plants like expand like to like an entire spectrum, it would kill everyone.
Okay, so then and so one's gonna maybe like
his AOE might be bigger as well.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Yeah, because that was only the tip of the sword.
Yeah, and it made all those people get vines and stuff growing out of them, which
true,
at the time I was like, losers.
Yeah, and he looks like such a bad guy in the sealed up prison.
Yeah, but what did they do?
What if they sealed him in there in the prisons? I don't know.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I mean, he'd have to. So whatever blind swordsman who at first you're like, this guy's gonna be the coolest, this guy rocks, and then he pulled the Aizen on us, except not as bad, but
not as bad for sure, but man, I did not see that coming. Just like when the annoying crazy guy pulled the sword and Chihiro there was like, oh, Mr. Ureha, I'm getting close with these names.
The good one.
The good enchanted blade wielder.
Usha or something like that.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, no, I really liked it. What happened? And then it cut over, and it's like, there's only one thing that could happen, and I don't want it to happen. And it was him turning evil. It's like, shit.
Yeah, it really, I was like, especially like, you remember like, right before that too, they showed like the guy at the monastery, the monk who was like protecting them.
Oh, I know.
And everything like that. And I'm like, look at all these people who put all their life on the line for you, piece of shit.
And after like the ninjas came in a couple panels earlier too, and like were kicking ass and like saved the day again too, and like everything was finally looking up. Mm-hmm. This asshole has to be. Oh, I feel so bad for blonde hair kid who has such a cool power with his dimensional space. I can't remember his name.
White hair.
White hair. He has white hair. Yeah. Oh, he has white hair. Yeah. But that
does look like he has blonde hair.
Poor kid made a good decision. It just happened. He just didn't have all the facts. No one did.
I know.
He got so, and he blames himself. I feel so bad for him.
His character is phenomenal.
He's great, dude.
His character rocks.
I'm so
when
happy
he first entered it, we were like, oh yeah, like took a punch for him. That's cool. Blah blah blah. And he's like getting one scene I absolutely love is when he's sitting on the steps and like everyone's freaking out around him and he's just got the eye going. I was like, this guy.
And he drops the grenades behind him. And I was like, this was
awesome.
Sick. I remember, that's one of the ones like. I think I was reading that as you sent me the panel where Chihiro uses Cloud Gouger for the first time, and I was like, that is badass. But I think this is more badass.
Yeah, it was more badass. I will say the one thing too about Cloud Gouger. I understand the positives of getting rid of the swords. Would have been cool if it was still around, but you know, I just wanted all the swords to be collected again by Shiro. But
I want him to use all of them.
That would have been cool.
Sick, yeah. The fact that he can, there's so many things we have to get into this anime, but manga. But it's nuts that he can like draw out deeper powers of the sword. Yeah. One, to mimic N-Ten's ability, and then two, apparently, you know, the swords are pseudo alive. I'm guessing because he's able to call like in this final attack with Cloud Gouger, he like. He like connected with the sword. The sword connected with him, and they decided to do one big final blast together, and then the sword died. So I'm guessing they're pseudo alive essentially. They're not gonna be like Excalibur level alive or anything like that, but they're gonna be like, you know,
Excalibur.
Foo. But you can like they can like
feel your energy and everything that you get, the spirit energy. Yeah. I love how it sounds like it's something like you think it would be like total BS when he pulls out like an extra move with N10 and you're like, this is ridiculous. You're like, nah, it's not cool.
I don't care.
It's so cool every time.
I really like that he is a genius.
Like,
it's always fun. Like anime characters.
Speaking of geniuses, it was so you know, first of all, so cool that hotel. That's like it's like what's that hotel from John Wick?
It's the Continental.
Yeah, it's like kind of continental style where it's like can't use sorcery. When you're here, you're fully protected and all this kind of stuff. When that stupid kid, which I can't remember his name, who's like, me and Chihiro are best friends.
Oh, that's fucking psycho.
Yeah, and he like picks up a sword.
Mojito of the gang right now.
Yeah, it kind of is what he is.
Yeah, that's the character they're going for.
And he kills the cool boss guy.
With his stupid, kind of cool freedom style. I was so mad about that.
It was dumb. It looked cool.
It looked cool.
No, it looked cool. I'm not gonna say it didn't look cool.
I will say when he said I'm a student of freedom, I was like, that's a really good line.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
In fact, he's just chaos incarnate. But I was pissed when he did that.
I know, because that guy, I met him for 10 seconds. He was a part of the underbelly. Didn't really know him, but he was cool.
Yeah, he was super cool. And then absolutely useless.
No, yeah, he got
he was a meat shield for 5 seconds. All of it. I love how they talked up this hotel so badly, so much. It's like, no way anyone's ever breaking into here. Literally 30 seconds tops is what it took to destroy all the defenses.
That's true. Yeah, they talk him up really bad. Like they're all well trained and everything like that. Another absolutely epic scene I thought was when Blind Swordmaster's daughter blocked the swords with her eyes closed. I literally was like, I got like chills. I was like, ooh!
Yeah.
I was like, this was awesome.
So cool. And then when she opened her eyes and like the line was like, and then she revealed it all. It's like, oh, she's got more to show, and she can see.
And the chain like broke on the lock.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
let's go.
Also, don't go back to being a student because obviously you and Chihiro need to get married.
Facts. Yeah, please. Yeah, you are currently best girl.
Yeah,
you currently have.
She's a badass swordmaster who learned fights blind because she didn't think it'd be fair to fight against her dad blind.
But can fight with her eyes open. Probably a lot better. Probably knows her dad's whole sword style, even though she was a child when she learned it. So whatever. But you know,
that was absolutely adorable though when she's like. They're like, oh, your dad's a hero. And she's like, yeah, right. He's a loser. I was like, I mean, it kind of sounds like a loser.
Kinda, just a bit.
Yeah. And his mom was completely right. Just abandoned him because it's like, I've killed people in the war.
I'm sad. It's like, dude, I get it on a level. PTSD, all that jazz. But like,
gotta be a dad.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like, you gotta suck it up at some point. And it's. You can suck it. You can't suck it up enough to be a good husband and a dad, but you can suck it up enough to kill like even more. Like,
yeah, it's so annoying that he's so strong.
Yeah,
because they're all like, yeah, he's easily the strongest. I'm like,
yeah,
gosh dang it.
He is nuts with his sword style, and his sword's insane. Tomi Moru or something.
Yeah, it's got a.
It's like the crow attack, which I don't even know what it did. I think it just killed him with feathers.
Yeah.
And then when he shot the owl into the sky, it's just in the sky.
Night owl that's just taking up the entire sky,
forever.
blacking out the sun.
Yeah, it's not even It's an enchanted blade detector. You know damn well he's seeing everything through that owl, no matter what it is right now.
Yeah, I feel like I was a little confused by that because at first they were like he could find out where certain people were if they didn't use an enchanted blade. Maybe it's just so much easier if someone was. He definitely can see what they're doing.
100%. Yeah. I think the only advantage they have is that one, they're indoors, or two, if he doesn't know where it's like if he doesn't know where you are, it's like doing a find like a Where's Waldo.
Yeah,
that's my theory on it. Because but I 100% believe that he has a beat on Crazy Kid because he can use the enchanted blade. Crazy Kid went to the hotel. Hotel is where they all are right now, on the roof under the eye.
He would already be there though. There's no way he'd let anybody swing a sword at his daughter. Oh,
does he fully remember?
Yeah, he doesn't remember. Yeah,
according to the ninjas, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't remember. Who are awesome.
The ninjas they have a special name.
The Masuma?
Yeah. They rule.
Yeah, they're so cool.
I don't want them to die at all.
Yeah.
I feel at least a few of them are gonna.
Yeah. First of all, how great the scene where they step out of the elevator and they're all wearing suits.
That's kind of cool.
I was like, oh my god. And the suits are special, they don't make any noise or anything like that. I was like, this is awesome.
Is pretty sick, dude.
Yeah, the one kid who's just literally just a kid.
When he
he has a line where he's like they're treating us like kids, and Shiro looks at him like
he's the body of a kid, but he's an adult, right? I think he's like
he's the leader of the house.
Yeah, I thought that meant I thought he was.
I think he might be a kid. I can't remember, but I think he's literally just the head of the clan of that clan.
Okay,
so he had to be in charge.
Okay, I guess
I don't think he's a kid. I think he's probably 13, 14, which for anime, that's 30.
Yeah, true. Yeah. When he had one amazing, there's a million scenes and was gushing over this, but that kid had one great scene when the elevator, when Chihiro pushes her out of the elevator to fight Crazy Kid, and the elevator closes. There's all these bad guys there, and the elevator opens next door. It's just him, and he's like, "Please step in."
Yeah.
And the panel walks out. And just walks back in. There's a wave of blood. I can't wait for that to be animated because it's just gonna be. It's gonna close for a second. It's gonna be. He just walks back in.
There's so much I can't wait to be animated.
I know, dude.
I love when she's like, "You're not afraid," and he's like, "Afraid of what?" And she's like, "Of killing people." He's like, "No." He's like, "That's the difference of the lives we've lived." He's like, "This is my own. This is all I know."
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not gonna say this. I mean to say this totally. It is so nice to have a hero who's just I just kill bad guys.
Yeah, I get it.
I love Batman, Superman. I stand for you shouldn't kill the bad guys because that makes you them. But it's fun to have a guy who's no, I'm just gonna kill them.
Yeah,
and just get rid of them.
I'm gonna play their game. I'm just gonna win though.
They're using swords.
Yeah,
this isn't Rurouni
Kenshin.
Yeah. Where he uses the back of his blade because he'll never use the sword again, but he has reasons for that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but he did kill a lot of people at one point.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But they're using swords and they're fighting with magic and stuff. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean, you have to go all out here. You got to put them down, or else they're just gonna get out. Oh crap! I was about to say there's a really good point after that. I don't remember, but one really good one minor character so far that I really want to keep an eye on, who is gonna be fantastic. Is the guy. He's currently carrying an enchanted blade, can't use it yet because it's still contracted. And it's the guy, he's like a sword master pretty much. And it's when Chihiro uses the backward slash thing there for the first time. When
White Aoi or something like that.
Oh, yeah, the Io, yeah. They say it a million times. Yeah. That guy working for the evil sorcerer gang, when he was like, I gotta get the target. But he has this really cool attack. And they just show the inside of his brain of sex, drugs, money, the mission, and then just this overwhelming love of swordsmanship.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, he starts into fights.
I love that. I did love that. Was a really cool idea on the manga too. To be you think you're fine without N10, but you're not actually a sword master. You've relied so much on using an enchanted blade. You're not as skilled with the blade as you think. That's what the young kid says. Or the leader of the ninjas. And I was like, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And then he immediately, like, the guy calls him out. He's just like, you suck with the sword.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, but I was going to learn it right now. And he's like, you're going to learn it right now? And then immediately he does, like, one of the coolest moves ever.
Yeah.
Because
he's a genius.
Yeah, because his observation hockey pretty much
yeah.
is, like, amazing. He can just copy, like, anything he sees.
Whatever he feels like, yeah.
That one scene where him and the crazy kid immediately, like, and we haven't seen the end of that scene yet because they're cut away. But, like, where they, like, immediately use it at each other. I was like, ah!
He's in the process of learning how it's supposed to work just in like the few seconds that they're running at each other. He's learning how it works properly by watching the daughter who knows how it works properly.
Yep.
Dude, the perception thing is amazing.
It's cool.
It's just so cool. It's a
Smart
perfect
idea.
counter to crazy kids freedom style there. Like,
yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. It's just always so cool when someone's fighting with swords and they like swing and they hit and then like they like drop it and catch it with their other hands. I don't know. It's just always cool.
It's always cool. It's dope.
Unless it's like, you know, the last Jedi fight where Rey is holding a lightsaber back and then she turns it off,
drops it,
and somehow the force of the other lightsaber just stays in the exact same spot.
Yep.
Even though it should have just immediately went and hit him in the face.
Yep. Correct. Yep, you're right. Yep.
Terrible
nonsense.
fight.
Oh, terrible. Terrible movie.
I can't wait for this anime to come out.
Dude, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be animated. Like, I really hope the studio does it good.
I'm glad, and I think they were correct on this move. Mappa wouldn't have been a bad idea.
No.
Wit would have not have been a bad idea. Wit would not have been a bad idea. I'm glad it's not Trigon. Not Trigon. What's that one?
No idea.
That is Kill la Kill.
Trigger.
Not Kill la Kill.
Trigger.
Yeah, Trigger. I'm glad it's not Trigger. That would have been terrible. I would have hated that anime style for this.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But
I think Trigger could do like Martial King.
Yeah, they'd be good at that one. I would agree with that. But I do think that I'm glad they picked a studio where it's just like, this is your anime.
Yeah.
And it could be the anime that puts them on the map too. Like big time.
That'd be
big
really
time.
Yeah,
so they're probably going to put everything they have in it.
Somebody throw everything in the kitchen sink at it. Like,
yeah. Oh my God, it's going to be awesome.
Make this look so good.
The scene where they're like telling the daughter about her past and she just like aggressively eats the food. I don't know. I just cracked up. She's like,
really? Oh, cool. Oh my goodness. When they cut to when they started this arc, which is like the Enchanted Sword Master arc.
Yeah.
When they showed the panel for what it was, I was like, Maxwell's not here yet. I want to send him this picture of the cover. It's so cool.
They have really cool covers.
Yeah, they do. This manga.
This manga rocks.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
I'm so glad we picked it up.
I understand why it's so insanely popular right now. Because it's really, really good.
When it becomes an anime, this is like. Yeah, when it comes to anime, it's gonna explode.
If it's done well and everything, I mean, like whatever. Jujutsu Kaisen won Anime of the Year when it did that. Not Dragon Ball. Demon Slayer won Anime of the Year when they dropped. It'll probably win Anime of the Year if it's done well.
Yeah, this is one of those where it's like, just do what it is.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the issue. Doing what it is a lot of like flowing and blood and movement and crap. So
I meant like as in like they like and anime is good at that. Anime is the one thing you can trust with source material usually.
I guess that's true.
Like it's the one like thing you're like, okay, you're gonna be really respectful of source material. Now if like Netflix had it, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Netflix makes good anime. I'm not saying they don't. But it's just like I'd be like, no. I was gonna say is like if I will say this is totally random to go back and you can watch a weekly anime. I would say I really do think I was talking about this with Alex. Sorry, I'm talking about anime for a second. So what we had Soul Leveling, Ray Zero, Sakamoto Days, Dragon Ball Daima, Zenshu, and Shangri-La Frontier. I think I'd put Sakamoto Days 6.
100%. Oh, yeah.
Zenshu like
in the last like 3 to 4 episodes, Zenshu kicked the living shit out of Sakamoto.
Yeah, I'm
not saying Sakamoto is bad in any sense of the word. It's such a great ride, but Zenshu is just beautiful.
We were just talking about it, and I was like, Sakamoto Days is really good. It just it feels like a Netflix anime where I'm just like this is fun.
Yeah, I'm having
and then I have no qualms with it. Like not crapping on it in a sense. We enjoy it every time we talk about it.
It's really
but I'm always just like. But like I'll watch the episode and it's like it's a good time.
Yeah,
but it's not like a good time like Dragon Ball Daima was a good time. Dragon Ball Daima was like this is a good.
It's a great time and it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
But anyways, Kagurabachi, the second that comes out, it's over.
Yeah,
it's gonna. So far, I think you might be right. The island might still be there.
Something like that.
Because that would make sense.
Yeah.
Because then he's got
where'd it go?
He's probably got to fight those people.
Maybe or something like that. Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah.
Because this isn't gonna end with just the Enchanted Blades. There's no way.
No, because then the arc will be over then. No, it has to be something bigger. It has to be, I don't know. It has to be something crazy. I can't. That sword name is so freaking long. The big bad evil sword.
Shikukiki.
Yeah, it's such a long name. It probably means something in Japanese too, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't care. But he's definitely gonna get out at some point and get his sword back.
Oh,
and be
for
super evil with it, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's gonna be a whole thing. Yeah, maybe the island comes back. I don't know. Where did the island go? I want to know about this SETI Wars so badly.
I know.
We have this like little drop of it. And it's like and that's
every once in a while they just like mention it.
Yeah, it's another thing it's doing. They're doing the One Piece effect to us. Like they're mentioning the past like every now and again.
And every once in a while you'll see like one quick panel of it, and it's just like a buildings with like them standing there.
Yeah, I'm just like, show me more.
I know. It's awesome. Everyone knows about it.
I know. Please, but
it's a historic event.
Yes. Show me one of the history books, please.
But yeah, very, very good. Let's move on to One Piece. Chapter.
Oh crud. 1142 maybe.
I'll look it up for a second.
I think it's 1142. I'm gonna.
We'll start saying the chapters like of the mangas.
Yeah. Well, now that we're. The last hit, Marshall King was we caught up over multiple
Chapter 5,
chapters, and then
71 for Kagurabachi.
Nice.
And then, do you have them shelved?
I do not have them shelved. I don't know how you do that. I thought I was going to look at that.
Just when you go on the page, there's a star at the top.
I'll shelve mine then. That'll be good.
It was. What'd you guess it was?
1142.
It was 1142.
Hey,
nice.
There we go.
This one was.
It's a very good setup panel.
Very great. Great. Next one's gonna be nuts. Before we get on Loki, I just want to talk about those two pieces of crap Holy Knights who took the kids' drawings and made them evil. The one kid said his mom. So
I know. I think I saw her in the corner of the panel. It's like, oh, that looks like a mom right there.
Okay.
That kid was killing me. It was like, Mom, what's your scariest thing you think of? Mom. It's like everyone else was like demons and Nika. And
they all drew like things like almost, a lot of them drew things straight off of the Bible. Their Bible. Not their Bible.
The Harley.
Yeah, the Harley, yeah. Drew things straight off of that. So,
right, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Whose power? It's got to be the dragon's power, right? That's the sea dragon.
Yes, that has to.
Because I think the other guys was making the kids walk.
Yeah, he did say something. He did say something like that. I don't know how the dragon's power works then. That's a Zoan type.
Oh, that's a good point.
He's an awakened Zoan.
That's a good point. That wouldn't make any sense then. So he was the other guy. Probably the other guy then.
Maybe the dragon's the one making them walk.
Like, how does that make any sense either?
That one, I don't know.
Zoans don't do things like that.
I don't know, man. It's definitely not. Maybe it's no. It's not Arrow Girl.
No.
It either has to be the dragon.
We're gonna find out.
The dragons. I think it's more plausible. The dragon is like can hypnotize them into walking, as opposed to making.
Who do you think's gonna fight him?
I think he's gonna fight the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
The seahorse, whatever the hell he is.
I think
I'm gonna say he's a seahorse. That's less cool.
He's a bum.
He's a bum. He's a bum. Who do I think is gonna fight the seahorse? Either Chop really needs
Chopper
to fight something. Yeah,
no,
it's animal
shot.
Versus animal.
It's a holy knight.
It's,
Chopper,
but like okay,
Chopper's not fighting any big enemies.
Is it what level of a holy knight is it though? It's like, are they like all insane? Arrow Girl's not that insane.
She's probably really strong.
She's probably strong, but like
I imagine all the holy knights are strong.
I imagine the seahorse is like a gag one.
I imagine it's an awakened Zoan fruit.
So were the things in Impel Down.
What were?
The guards.
What guards?
Those were confirmed. The ones that were animals that walked around.
I don't remember those.
One was like a duck. One was like
Nor did Luffy beat the crap out of him? I don't remember this.
Oh yeah, of course he beat the crap out of them. They're awakened Zoans, but in that instance, Oda confirmed this that they were like they didn't look like awakened Zoans, but it's because they were awakened Zoans, but the fruit took over the user. Remember they're like these half people looking things.
I don't remember.
You have to go look it up. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I know he's a holy knight. The holy knights are all gonna be strong. Oda wouldn't save them to have them show up just to get their butts kicked by Chopper.
There's a lot of holy knights.
I love Chopper.
There's a lot of holy knights.
But I could see Chopper and Usopp together again, beating him up. That'd be fun.
That'd be fun. And Frankie toss him in there.
Yeah, Frankie needs to beat someone up.
Frankie did beat someone up.
Who?
He beat up Triceratops guy in Wano. That was all him.
Triceratops guy.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of other stuff going on. We didn't care about the lead performers, but he was the one that had all the weapons and all like the crew with him, and Frankie was in the Iron Robot.
Triceratops guy. See, this doesn't.
Yeah, Triceratops.
Who cares?
Yeah,
Who cares about this? This doesn't matter.
Oh my goodness.
Him running into Big Mom with a bike was more important than that.
Yeah, correct. It was. What did Chopper do in that? Who did Chopper fight in that?
Chopper saved everyone.
Oh my goodness. Well, Frankie fought a lead performer.
Chopper literally saved everyone.
Chop always does that. Who cares? There you go. Nice. Chop always does that.
Frankie did not. I will say he had a better arc than Wano for sure.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
Egghead, Egghead, I just expected him to have a better arc.
And then, of course, with everything with Oda, Egghead was something different than we thought.
Yeah, and like Chopper didn't really do anything in Egghead either to do Usopp.
No, because that wasn't really there.
Except Chopper had one of the better outfits.
That is true.
As per usual.
That's true.
However, I will say in Elbath, everyone's outfit's good.
Oh yeah,
literally everybody's outfit's good.
They're so cool.
Yeah, but it seems like, where the kids are, it's Frankie, Robin, Chopper, and
where's Jinbei?
Jinbei
there?
Yep.
Okay.
Frankie, Robin, Chopper, Jinbei. Yeah, those four are with the kids.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty good crew.
Because Usopp is with the Giants.
Yeah, he hit that guy in the head.
Yeah. And he's with them now, like Nami, Usopp, Zoro, and Luffy.
No, Zoro is with. Oh, are they all together now? They all jumped down?
Remember that giant ship was. I don't know if Usopp went with them.
I don't think he did. I thought
no, he's still up drinking.
Yeah,
with
I think
Giants.
Nami and Roto and Usopp are all still up top, and then just the Giants fell down.
And then Zoro and Luffy.
So Zoro and Luffy hanging out with Loki.
As per usual, the Straw Hats were like, let's separate immediately. So I guess so. Yeah, so I think the two Holy Knights are going to be fought by. I don't think that girl's going to be with them.
Think she's gonna go off and do something else?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably fight Frankie, Chopper, Robin, and Jinbei, which Jinbei could easily just take one of them by himself.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
probably.
I don't.
His fight with Who's Who. Speaking of Who's Who, right on the cover of this one, just Yamato beating the crap out of Who's Who. I was like,
Who's such a boob.
Yeah, he's a dork. But this, I think that team could probably depends on what the old guy can really do. The bringing the things, if he's the one that's bringing the nightmares to life, that's kind of intense. I don't know what that power.
They're
is.
massive too.
Yeah, they are huge.
Yeah, they're huge.
And they're like,
and all the and the stupid Elbath giants were like, let's make everyone a pussy.
I know, that was so stupid.
So dumb. It's like,
so
guys, like, it's good to be like peacetime is good and have peace, but it's like, you live in a pirate world.
Yeah,
where it's like devil fruits his ass. Maybe just prepare everyone.
Yeah,
like where it's like there's someone who said it's like. It's better to give everyone grace and treat them kind, but it's not bad to have a gun in case they decide to not.
I mean, yeah, true.
Decide to go the other way on.
True, yeah. And it's like, who are your fighters really right now? The new giant pirates, the original giant pirates, and that's it. The rest. Well, I guess the rest of the fight. I guess Loki allegedly killed the rest of the fighters. So.
And Scopper's there.
Scopper's there. Yeah, that's a good point.
He's not going to do anything, but
per usual with all the Rogers pirates,
he's going to go off in his Hawaiian shirt.
That's true. He has a Hawaiian shirt. Ooh, his old man Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
He's gonna go do nothing. But I don't know. I don't know who's gonna fight.
And then, according to Davis, good boy Loki, who is super nice and does nothing wrong.
I'm just saying.
And just stole someone's cupcake.
Guilty.
Innocent just lit the most important tree on the island. On fire.
Here's the theory right now. Here's what the thoughts are. Here's because there's something somewhere in like I thought I read this somewhere in Elbath was like. The great tree has to fall for Elbath to be destroyed or something like that. And hang on a second, for it to be saved. And Nika's the one who's going to destroy the tree, so he's going to be the destroyer because they all live on Elbath. So my running theory currently is that Loki learned something and learned that if he destroys the tree, there's probably some super weapon or some shit under there that's going to help out Elbath in some way. And they need the tree to go away now in order for them to avoid some cataclysm. I'm sure there's some prophecy. Not sure. I think there's some prophecy that Loki read probably and is like, I'm going to be Nika and destroy the tree and save Elbath now.
I mean, that is possible.
It's possible.
Once again, my statement isn't that Loki could be good now. Mm-hmm. My statement was Loki was a piece of shit in the past.
And we
know that.
No. Hearsay.
That's not hearsay when all of the giants are literally like, this guy sucked.
Once again, they're a bunch of pussies, so maybe he just stole their company. We still don't know.
Those ones were not pussies.
We still don't know.
They were great warriors.
We still don't know what he did exactly.
He stole, they said things like he would steal and attack people.
That's normal pirate nonsense. And we like the pirates anyway. Kid would do that. Uses Kid would definitely do that. We like him.
Yeah, Kid was definitely an asshole.
Yeah, we like Kid.
I didn't say I didn't like Loki. I was just saying he's definitely an asshole. Loki has a higher chance of being a bad guy. Let's agree on that. His percentage of being a bad guy, I would say, is like 40%.
Okay, so I will agree that he was probably a jerk in the past. Not gonna argue with him that one. My point was that we don't know if he's like fully evil or not.
I agree with you that I 100% agree with you. I was like, you definitely killed the king, and they're like, come on, do you really think you did that? Look at all the facts, and I was like, that's a good point. You probably definitely did. I agree with that. The king might be evil.
Yeah, they had this free. Yeah, well, they went. He's definitely evil. The Holy Knights went to his grave, or like they asked that he went to go mourn his grave or some shit like that.
Yeah,
he was 100% evil.
Yeah,
100%.
But they all liked him so much. Maybe he just went bad.
Maybe it was a Two-Face situation.
Yeah, probably. But I do think that
he was the one that was like, let's make all the giants not badass. But
this
anymore.
is one of those things. This is the only thing. I know exactly how you're feeling about Loki. You're like, it's so like on the nose that he's bad and like blah blah. He's gonna end up turning good or blah blah. I still don't think he's good. I think he's gonna get good when he like Luffy like punches him in the face hard enough and he's like, you know what, this guy's pretty cool, like a classic, like, you know.
Sure.
Movie. Yeah. But the only thing that has me a reservation about that is like that's classic Oda to make us think that's what's going to happen. Like it's set up for that to happen. Yeah. So Oda's just like, just kidding.
Just kidding. He's bad or something like that. Yeah,
that's something.
I can see. Yeah, it could just be. Yeah, for once that's the twist. It's like just the truth is the truth. Yep. That's what it is. Yep. That's what it is. What people told you was actually the truth. He's just a bad guy. It's like, but man. No, I'm still holding out that it's gonna be a twist that he's not that bad of a guy. But
seems like he didn't. According to at least so far, the only people he's killed, allegedly, is been inside the castle. So yes. He hasn't killed anyone.
And if they were all Celestial Dragon sympathizers, lives are forfeit.
That's true. You can't be a Celestial Dragon sometimes.
No, absolutely not. You can't be a Celestial Dragon. Period.
Facts.
Yeah.
Unless
your Shanks.
You're Shanks.
Yeah, unless you're Shanks. That's fine. You get a pass. Shanks threw off his man. Shanks was never raised as Celestial Dragon.
That's true.
Yeah.
I wonder. So, well, we actually don't know that. Well, we do know that. Well, we don't know.
We know he was raised on Roger's ship, but we don't know
when he was little.
When he was little, yeah.
He looked like he was like maybe 6 to 8.
Yeah. So there's a chance. There's a chance. Like, I mean, yeah. There's.
Doflamingo was like 6, and he was the biggest piece of shit on player.
Well, to that point.
So I'm thinking Shanks ran away.
To that point, then.
I think we're gonna get a story.
Whatever in One Piece, whatever your foundation is as a child, is what you are.
How old do you think Shanks is?
How old do I think Shanks is?
Yes.
Well,
do you think he's the same age as Ivanka?
I don't know how. No, he's not, because
Ivanka, aren't we having the theory that Shanks
was
left on the Roger ship on God Valley?
I believe the canon is that the Roger pirates, or maybe it's a theory, I don't remember. The Roger pirates found him, baby Shanks, in a chest on God Island because his dad, asshole, brought him there and puts him in a chest.
Well, I'm wondering if he had Shanks and his brother.
Oh, Shamrock,
go there to fight at a super, because that seems like
they were babies.
They could have been like 5.
No. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed they're babies.
How do we know they were babies?
I think Oda has a panel
of them being babies.
Yeah, I think it's like I don't think it's in the official manga. I think it was a side weird ass sketching thing that it's like canon now. I saw this online. This is like I was down the One Piece deep rabbit hole one day. Okay. I think there's like some scribbling of a panel that Oda released that like once people like deciphered it was baby Shanks in a treasure chest on top of gold. Yes. Okay. That's where I'm coming from with that. Whether that's true or not, that was me deep down.
Why'd they bring a chest of gold?
I don't know.
Makes no sense.
Maybe it was just in a chest. Maybe it wasn't gold. I don't know. Man. It was a scribbling, dude.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's not what you saw. I'm just saying that makes like no sense.
Celestial Dragons don't make any sense.
But they would just bring a chest of gold around and be like, look, we have a chest of gold.
We have money. So I'm pretty sure Shanks' baby there, Ivankov, was like, what, 10 on that island when God Valley happened? Because she was there?
I feel like 8 to 10 or something like that.
Yeah. Or he was
also,
there.
Technically, Shanks isn't a celestial dragon, because I don't think the Holy Knights are considered celestial dragons, because they don't wear the globes.
The one does.
Oh, he does.
The seahorse does.
Yeah, but that might be because he's a dumb seahorse.
They do. That's actually a good point too, because like they could not be. I think they are. I think Fingarland, Garland, and Shamrock, and technically Shanks. I think they are celestial dragons but actually they don't have the names. Well, they don't have Saint in front of them, so.
Well, some of
no,
the
Finger Island, whatever the old one, is sitting on the council.
He's
now.
a Gorosei.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's not the. Yeah, it is confusing because one of the Holy Knights that showed up, like the older guy and the Seahorse, both had Satan in front of their names.
Yeah, and they did come and ask Loki if he wanted to be a Holy Knight.
True. So, but Loki's not a celestial dragon.
Correct.
Celestial dragons a celestial dragon is like
it's a family type.
It's like Jewish.
Yeah,
like ancestry,
yeah.
like you were from Israel.
Yes,
like Israel.
correct.
Like,
yes, it's like it's
like
it's your genetics. Yeah.
Like you can't just be like, yeah, it's the globe piece of fat.
It's a set of families. That's what it is.
Set of families. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like genetics. It's like
pretty much
born into it.
Yeah.
I guess you could marry into it.
I guess, yeah.
Which could make Shanks a celestial dragon because Fingerlin could have married a female
celestial dragon. Yeah. There's theories out there that was I don't think it's going to be now because Shanks is considered a celestial dragon or something like that or connected to it. Theories out there that Luffy's mom was a celestial dragon, but like a good one that Dragon liked, because he like did too. He has said that he was in the Navy for a while.
He was in the Navy for a while.
So like that was a theory. That was a running theory out there.
Could explain what really tipped him over the edge too.
Could be, yeah, could be. Still don't know his story at all.
Is that they just killed her because they were like, you slept with a Navy dude. We don't like Garp because he's so cool, so his son must be awful.
Yeah, in fact, yeah.
And then they started, and then he was like, no, that definitely is probably what happened.
Could be something like that. His whole revolution to destroy them.
Yes, which was like, my favorite thing about the Revolutionary Army is like, they're incredibly successful.
Mm-hmm.
Once the Straw Hats showed up.
Yep. That was 100%.
Before that, they were just like, we're getting ready.
Yeah, for 20 years.
Yeah.
Woo.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, guys, the dragons are coming.
Yeah,
Woo.
don't worry. And then Luffy went on the move and like, perfect timing.
Excellent. Awesome. Let's let Luffy do everything first, though.
Yeah. But they do all the Marie Watts stuff.
Yeah, they do. They do. They hit Marie's Rock pretty hard.
And they did protect a bunch of people.
Yes, they are. They are good at their job.
Yeah.
It just took them a while to start doing their job.
Yeah, I do want to see Sabo do more stuff.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Side note, because we pretty much covered the entire manga.
More or less.
Those are the big things that happened. Nothing really else happened. So I saw this thing and it was like best ships of like One Piece, and they had like I can't remember her name, Sabo and the girl Koala. Who still has one of the saddest backstories ever.
She does. Yeah.
Her, and I was like, great. Who doesn't love that? And then it was like Zoro and the princess from Wano.
Oh, I knew her name. They said it a million times.
It's like Mitsuyama or something like that.
I can't remember. It's a very long Japanese name. They said it a million times. But I was like, Odin's kid.
Yeah. I was like, oh, good. Then I was like Usopp and his girl from his original island.
Yeah. I forgot about her. I forget about her a lot.
Yeah, because that was from forever.
Yeah, and they don't bring it up a lot.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, good. And then they did Sanji and Pudding, and I was like, oh, okay. And then it went off the rails. Then like Luffy and Nami, I was like, get this shit out of here. Some people are still on that.
Why are they? Why?
I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
You don't need to ship Luffy with anyone first off, but if you're going to, it's Boa and no one. It's no one else.
It's Boa, yeah, easily.
And then they did one of our favorite moves. They're like Zoro and Sanji.
Right.
Yes, because God forbid people can't be frenemies. Everyone's like, yeah, they have such sexual attention. I was like, ew, what the hell are you talking about?
Oh my goodness, they hate each other. They actually hate each other. It always annoys me when they do this too, because like it's always situations like this when the characters hate each other, and it's like in any other like real world setting or the world setting, and they like you guys are trying to force them together, that'd be abuse. Like that'd be an abusive relationship they were in because they hate each other.
Yeah, they do hate each
other. And you guys are happy to do it when it doesn't exist here because like it's so irritating.
I'll show you this video. I'll send you this video. This guy talks about like the fall of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it's on that. She fell hard.
Well, they just tried to make her the Joker.
Yeah, they did. And then they didn't try to make her the Joker. They tried to make her this whole hero. It's a whole mess.
Well, what he pointed out, the problem is like Harley Quinn is such a great sidekick. She was sidekick to multiple, even Poison Ivy originally, because they were originally friends.
Yeah, of course they were.
But God forbid people stay friends.
Nope.
But anyways, that's the funny thing is the Zoro Sanji hate is that even though it seems like filler, the Foxy Pirate arc, that's when they first start hitting each other. That's when they really first started like shitting on each other. Nice. Even though that arc seems like an absolute filler, it should never be skipped. Solely for the fact that happens and Luffy's afro.
Yeah, like Afro Luffy was sick.
Oh my god, I know. It's not filler. It seems like it is.
Yeah.
But Afro Luffy, when they're like,
Luffy, yeah.
I love that they're like, but he's got an afro.
That was a great arc, yeah.
But yeah, that's our manga reviews. We'll might add more. Take a look and make sure there's nothing like we're not going to start anything that has like a lot. Kagurabachi was an exception because it's so popular.
Yes.
Or because it was at 70. But we'll take a look if there's something like that's hot and exploding, kind of like the Martial King. That's like 5 or 10 in. Maybe we'll check it out.
Get in the early ground there.
Or if you leave a comment below of a manga we should be.
Sure, yeah.
Reviewing,
cool,
you'd like us to review. That's not crazy long.
Yeah.
Or it can't be
super fringe,
well,
super out there. You can't be the only fan of it.
True. And it can't be like Kaiju number 8 or JJK or
pretty much any of the anime we're reviewing right now.
Yeah. Pretty much any of the big ones that we're gonna review. Like One Punch Man I'm not gonna read.
No.
Ray Zero I'm not gonna read. That's a readable one, but I'm not gonna read that.
Because I want to watch the anime.
Yeah. I might end up reading that one.
Well, it depends how long it takes them to put out the next season.
That's why I might end up reading that one, because it takes way too long.
It takes so long.
But yeah, if you got any manga that you're gotta be on it, and if you follow the podcast, the style of stuff you like, then comment below.
Hit us up.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.